guys, and welcome back to another tone test video. Now, the last one I did after doing the Van Halen one was the Eric Clapton Woman tone, and during that video my good buddy Music Therapy Laz asked me to have a crack at the Eric Johnson tone. So I'm looking at the Cliffs of Dover tone, lead tone, coming right up. Yeah, so also a few people have asked me how exactly I get the tone from the guitar into the sound system and what I'm using. So I'm going to set up my little M50 camera here and I'm going to show you. So, right, first of all, I want to get it in focus. Here we go. So I'm coming out of the guitar and I'm going into my Focusrite 2i2. And out of that into my Zoom R16, and coming out of there's the inputs there into the last two channels, and then I'm coming out and into my stereo system. I use a Panasonic, a really old SU2700 Intertechnics studio speakers. So simple as that. That's how I get my tone into the Focusrite. It then goes into the software and then back out of the 2i2 and into the recorder, which, as you can see, hopefully you can see, is recording. So that's how I get the whole of the setup working. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at the Eric Johnson tone, and first things first, we're going to go over and look at Guitar World and what they come up with in terms of the Eric Johnson tone. So they talk about his live rig and the fact that he has three different setups. He's got a clean rhythm and a lead tone. But for Cliffs of Dover, he uses lead tone exclusively, which is dialed in to provide a sweet sustained tone with a smooth non-percussive attack. The studio rig was pretty simple. It's basically an Echoplex, tube driver, 100-watt Marshall half stack, which was, again, I think we're going to look at using the Plexi tone. And he used a Gibson ES335 for most of the song. So we're going to use the standard, as we do always, my PRS SE Custom 24, which I love, just on the bridge pickup. Okay, so let's go over and look at this. What we've got is, it says here, several details are crucial for generating Johnson's violin-like tone, including turning the amp's presence and treble controls all the way down. Now, we can't use a Y cable, but the other thing he does is puts the delay in front of the driver. So let's have a look at what we've got. We're going to use, as always, we're going to use the British Tube Lead 1. We are going to use a 4x12 closed back vintage. We're going to use the delay, and we are also going to use the diode overdrive. And at the back end, we do need a bit of reverb, so we're going to use the digital reverb. So let's dive on over and let's dial those things in. Starting with the amp, we need to go down. Now, I've got the full version here, but we're going to just go with the free software. So there's the amp, and everything's cranked except for the treble, and the presence are all the way down. Everything else is cranked. So then next up, we're going to stick a couple of pedals in. We are going to stick in, first and foremost, we need a delay pedal, so we're going to stick that in, and we're going to turn off the automatic BPM, and I reckon his setting was around 420 milliseconds. I'm just going to turn the level down just a little touch and the feedback down a touch as well, and then that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna dive in now and grab the diode overdrive. Now, he didn't use this, as far as I'm aware, for distortion. He used it for compression. So we're going to do similarly. We're going to lift up the level somewhat, and we're going to just take that tone back off a touch. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's put it in the middle, somewhere in the middle. Oh, hello. If we can. There we go. Okay, somewhere about there. Okie dokie. And then, well, first of all, let's see what the amp sounds like without any of that on. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you can hear that it has got that kind of, I suppose, cut treble. And actually that sounds pretty nice. Let's stick the delay on and see how that sounds. Okay, and I'm getting that. That kind of is the right delay tone. I think maybe we need just a touch more feedback on that. Yeah, that sounds about right. And let's kick in the overdrive. And that gives a beautiful little compression there. I'm liking that a lot. Okie dokie, what else do we need? We also need a delay, sorry, not a delay, a reverb in the back end, and there we go. And because everything else is so bassy, we're going to stick the color up and get a little bit of a higher high end on that delay. Let's have a little listen to how that sounds. Be really careful not to play any of the riffs, because what we don't want to do is get a copyright strike. So hopefully that sound is getting there. It's getting pretty close. I just want to go back to the front end and push the delay level a little bit and the feedback down a touch. And also I'm just going to tune, take the tone just a little higher, because I think it's a little bit too dark at the moment. So let's see how that sounds. I think that sounds pretty close to the Eric Johnson tone. Let me know what you think. I'm pretty pleased with that, and again, we're only using the free stuff that comes with Amplitube CS. So you can get all of these pedals, all of these amps, all of these effects for free. What I'm going to do, just one more little thing, I'm just going to go on to the amp settings, and I'm going to move these mics out just a little touch, And also I'm going to darken up the speaker by moving the mic just a little bit. Let me... I'm liking that a lot, so let's try that out. See how it sounds when it cleans up just a little bit, because he's got that lovely tone at the start. I don't know about you, but I'm actually really pleased with that, from the free tones that come with Amplitube CS, and I really hope you've enjoyed it as well. As always, I'd like to say a huge thank you to my patrons for supporting me, because it makes all the difference, and a big thank you to you guys, because you are what allows me to keep on making these videos. I will be back with the very best content I can. In the meantime, I'd love for you guys to put in the comment section down below exactly what you think of this Eric Johnson tone. As always with these tone test things, I'm going to put a link in the description as well for the free version of Amplitube, and also the complete setup of what I've done here to get this Eric Johnson tone, so that you guys can go off, download the software, download this patch, and give it a try for yourselves. I really hope you enjoy doing that, and I'll see you really soon. In the meantime, you guys take good care.